What up, guys? It is your boy Critical J,
Showing tail, bro, for sure.
and we just got out of. Well, we didn't just get out of. It's been a couple minutes of Avatar: The Way of Water in IMAX 3D, and I think we're both very different on opinions here.
Partial, for sure.
Partial. Um, listen,
As usual, though. It's
right?
as usual, though.
I think, and this is gonna sound crazy. This is my first viewing, though, where it's both of
Right,
our
right,
first
right.
viewings. So my change may happen on the next viewing that we do watch it again.
I'll give you
At the
that.
moment, for me, I think this is as good, if not better, than the first one.
What?
Listen, that's my first statement. What's your first statement?
um, he should stop at this one.
Okay, so it took 13 years to make this. Granted, he had to develop a groundbreaking technology that didn't exist at the time, which was not only further enhancing the motion capture, but to actually motion capture underwater, which at the time was not possible. He made it possible because of his deep sea explorations and stuff.
Wakanda Forever Underwater was better than this, bro.
No,
Yes.
I disagree on that completely.
No, it's not, though. It's not.
Yeah, you're right. It isn't
No,
better
no,
than
no.
this.
It's not. It's
No,
not. It's not.
because they actually gave their people more time to work on the VFX.
Right.
So there's that. Second off, I think that they did listen to some of the criticisms of the first one, where it didn't feel much emotion for the creatures dying and stuff. I had emotions with these creatures dying. There's a couple things that I was kind of weirded out at first, but then I was like, you know what? This is a different planet. This is a different world. I don't understand why some of them do and some of them don't, but you know what? It was emotional for me. It had some payoff to it.
I felt like part one was more emotional for me because I felt like the Navi was indigenous people like myself. And colonizers came in to take over their land and it was killing us. But this one was like more of the same thing, bro. It was just, not saying that it wasn't as emotional, but like,
I think a lot of it was predictable. The story isn't that complex. They didn't really try too much. But I will say, as simple as that story was, I don't think I can think of one single film that has come out within the last 40 years and reference saying, yeah, this is basically this, but this, Kind of like how the
bullshit.
first one was like Pocahontas or, Ferngully, not Ferngully.
Virgo is my favorite.
But like, I don't see it as, yeah, it could be this, but it's it's Blue Aliens. Also, there's a lot of parts in this that I like the first one. I was like, I forgot this wasn't actually a real environment. This was all fake. Like, you can't tell me that the environment didn't look better than the first one, considering we just
It was
watched
damn near
it.
like all underwater though.
No, I'm talking about all the other stuff, and earlier in the film. I will tell you this though. I do think 3 hours and 12 minutes.
It was too long.
It's a little no here. Okay, it's long, but I can tell you why that length isn't that bad.
Okay.
The only reason it feels so long is because the first act
Because
went
it was long as
no,
fuck.
the first act went by fast.
For sure. Second
The
act was
second
long.
act was the slowest. Like
And it was long.
it went from breakneck to "Arr!" and then it built back up.
But that was my thing. And I think that's one of the things that makes me not necessarily upset, but
It took its time.
that second act was another world building. And that world building to me
Mhm.
wasn't satisfactory.
You know what I feel like? I feel like a lot of the things, like there was certain points where it was like, this feels like basically Jake's training in the first film,
Right.
but a little bit different because
Right.
it's his kids. I will say there's a twist that we can't spoil.
Right.
We can't spoil,
Nah.
but you're gonna know when I tell you that out of everything that was predictable, there was one twist about a specific character and their relation to another character that
Yeah.
I didn't expect.
Oh, okay. That might be something new for me.
Well, okay, we're not talking.
No, not right now. Not
Yeah,
right
but
now.
like I was like, oh, that's crazy because when I read the synopsis and stuff for the film way months ago, I thought that this character was a biological child of somebody, and then not the case. So I was like, oh, that's crazy. I do think it's a little weird that that person is
Right.
being
I
played by
agree.
an older person. I will say, the whole reasoning of the Colonel Quaritch or whatever coming back, I didn't know how they were going to do it. Uh, and I'm going to be honest, I'm not 100% sure how the science works out, but it's sci-fi. And they tried as best as they could to explain how they managed to come back. Listen,
It was pointless to me.
no, here's the thing. He's the villain for the rest of the series.
Has to be, but it's
Or
still stupid.
I liked him better as this character because he was.
You said you liked him better as this
I
character.
mean, he was a badass in the first one, but I like to see a different side of him in this movie. I thought he was just going to play a one. Well, I guess he still kind of is a two-dimensional character, but he's a two-dimensional character in a 3D CGI body.
I didn't like it.
Yes.
I'm gonna go Sunday. We're both gonna go on Sunday.
We're going to see it in 4DX 3D high frame rate.
I'm gonna see it again on Sunday, and we're doing this video, and we're gonna do another video on possibly Sunday.
We are. We're
And
also going to do a 60-second review for people who don't have the attention span,
for sure, and
which is fine to you guys. Which is fine. I have no problem with that. It's just there's people who want to listen to more of it, and people who want to listen to less,
right?
or don't have time, like us.
But I may change my mind after Sunday. But right now, I didn't like it.
Score.
What are we doing? 5 or 10?
We're doing out of 5.
Out of 5,
Mm-hmm.
I'll give it maybe 3.5 Navis.
3.5. That's still not bad.
It's not bad because I mean I enjoyed the film.
I mean that's
because,
better than okay.
right? I mean I enjoyed the film and I've waited this long to see it and I was super stoked to see it. But 3.5.
I'm gonna be honest. I forgot to bring my tissues earlier, and there are points where I was like, oh wow. Listen,
You was gonna cry in this movie?
Listen, I'm the technical guy who likes seeing things that are
Pause.
technically
But you were
crazy.
gonna cry in this movie.
I didn't know if I was or not, and I did. So listen, I'm the emotional one here.
Fair enough.
I can take the empathy of characters.
Fair enough.
So
Fair enough.
and again, we will re-rate this on Sunday after we see it a second time. But first coming out of it, not only do I give this a 4.5 out of 5, I think this actually might top Black Panther for me. For best
I'm out of here.
For the best movie of 2022.
No way, bro.
Yeah.
No way, bro.
Listen, it'll take the hot spot, not even because the story's not that great, but because of the visual effects in of itself. I'm a visual effect techie. I like seeing that kind of evolution and stuff, and to see it look that good for me is just, it blew me out of the water.
All right.
It blew me out of the water.
All right.
But I can't wait to see them go to their next village, which is the Earth Nation, and then eventually defeat Fire Lord Ozai, because it's Avatar.
I'll if that's what they're doing, then I may be on board. I mean, regardless, I'm gonna go see the other ones, but
He's gonna go because I'm gonna drag him to it.
but they should stop with this one.
Well, they're not gonna stop with this one. They
I know
already
they're
have the
not.
third one.
I know
The
they're
third
not
one
gonna
comes
stop.
out whether it fails or it doesn't. But I think that I enjoyed this film a lot. I feel like the characters were fantastic.
I love the characters though.
The characters.
I love the characters though.
I will say there's one character that was supposed to be in this film that I couldn't tell you where he was. I never saw him. I kept looking for him throughout the entire 3-hour runtime. Vin Diesel was supposed to be in this.
Really? As a Navi or
Human.
what?
Yeah. And
I didn't see it either.
then I had a thought halfway through, but I was like, they surely wouldn't just meet us like that, right? And my thought was, is he the whale?
Bro, I'm out of here, bro.
Listen, he does Groot. He plays a tree. But you know what? If he's not in this, that means he's in the next one. And I think there's a bigger character coming into the next one that might even rival Quaritch
Okay.
for evil. But that's our review. Let us know what you thought if you saw it.
Please let us know.
If you're a fan of making this series successful. Go watch it. I would say IMAX 3D if you have one near you. We'll let you know on Sunday if you have a 4DX near you to go see it there. Don't go see it in regular format. It's why. This movie's going to be in IMAX 3D for like the next month. You don't have to go opening weekend if you don't want to go to a crowded theater because it is crowded. But just go watch it.
I can already say 40X is going to be fire because all the water.
See, okay, there's one last thing I'm going to say because I made this mistake last time or a couple times. If you want to go see a really exciting movie and it's going to be in 4DX, don't ever make that your first showing because we did Fast 9 in that theater for the first showing. Fast 9 was freaking fantastic in that theater. I fell asleep watching it in a normal theater.
Right.
And Spider-Man No Way Home was great in that theater. It didn't feel as good when I saw it in IMAX after the fact.
Right.
So if you're going to go see this, IMAX first and then 4DX. Don't choose 4DX immediately. Because
not if you're going to see it again.
Also, don't drink a pint before you go to 4DX because you will be drunk after this 3.5 hour film.
Right.
But until next time, guys, been your boy Jay.
Chantel.
And make sure to follow us on YouTube because we have our first episode of Streaming Killed the Movies coming out on YouTube on all streaming platforms that are podcasts, wherever you find them. Our first Christmas episode. The link will be in the description down below to all of the ones that we have, or I'll just send you the link to basically where you can get all links to them. But we worked hardly on it, and it's a great Christmas gift. It'll be out December 24th, and we will see you guys again next year. This is our last movie review other than the second time we're seeing this for the year because, well, actually, I guess we got that one. We've already made this video run really long. So enjoy your night. Peace out.